Meghan wakes up in the morning and says oopsie Teresa bandwagon, let's jump on it. That statement they put out is more clownery with using the titles as parents of 2 young children in California. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex extend their deep gratitude to these young advocates, their supporters, and all the leaders who listened to them and acted. Using those British titles on an American political bill is just more fodder people can and will make fun of them for. Use your names, not the title, and as always, you jump on bandwagons where you do nothing but try to take credit for it. As for them saying it makes the internet a safer, more hopeful place, that's because is rubbing her hands together saying oh goody, now our kids won't be able to see my adult work on the internet. Whatever happened to parenting your children and monitoring their internet and electronic use and access to the internet? Way to go, ginge and cringe. Once again you accomplish nothing but take credit for the work others did so you can virtue signal all over the internet. The California Age-Appropriate Design Code Act was passed by state lawmakers earlier this week. It is the first U.S. state to approve a bill putting curbs on how social media companies likely to be accessed by under-18s target their younger users. The likes of TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram will not be permitted to collect data on under-18s and will need more stringent privacy settings for children. The article reads they will also need to ensure that algorithms or other products within the platforms are damaging or addictive to younger users. Ensure algorithms are damaging. If it was in any other state one could conclude it is a typo. But, it's California. So who knows? Who cares what these two say? Harry has overstayed the time he should have left. He should be deported. She has proven to lie when convenient. Stop inserting yourselves into our lives. Enough is enough. They will also need to ensure that algorithms or other products within the platforms are damaging or addictive to younger users. The bill has been praised by online safety advocates, with one campaign group calling the passing of the bill through the Senate a huge step forward. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex congratulated those who had campaigned to make the bill a reality, adding their work made the internet a safer, more hopeful place. A message posted from the couple on their Archewell website said, "We congratulate the incredible young people across California and the country who believe the same and took it upon themselves to ask the tech industry to better protect kids in the design of social media platforms." They added, as parents of 2 young children in California, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex extend their deep gratitude to these young advocates, their supporters, and all the leaders who listened to them and acted. At least Barbara knows the difference between your, honey. As for your comments on the truth, what would you know about the truth? You blindly support someone who has been called out on so many lies in just the past week alone. You must live under a rock if you haven't seen the evidence and people speaking up calling her a liar, including almost the entirety of South Africa. Poor old and unhappy. Ask your carer for a snack, you're clearly hungry. Meghan, 41, and Prince Harry, 37, have welcomed 2 children since they tied the knot in 2018. Shortly after their ceremony at Windsor, they announced they were expecting their first child. Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor, now 3 years old, was born in May 2019. Then in February 2021, the couple announced they were looking forward to welcoming their second child. A spokesperson said, "We can confirm that Archie is going to be a big brother." The Duke and Duchess of Sussex are overjoyed to be expecting their second child. 1-year-old Lilibet was born in June last year. The family now resides in Montecito, California, which is Meghan's home state. Well said. They will regret all the BS when the kids are older and reading all about poor May and Dimwit, and then the kids will know it's all BS because of the pampered lives they all live in, mansions and private jets everywhere they go, and not forgetting all the staff pandering to their every whim. The bill was passed through the California State Senate with a vote of 33-0. It had already gone through and been approved by the State Assembly. State Assembly Democrat Buffy Wicks, who was a co-sponsor of the bill, said, "We think the kids code, as we call it, would make tech safer for children by essentially requiring these companies to better protect them." U.S. President Joe Biden has previously tweeted, "We must hold social media platforms accountable for the national experiment they're conducting on our children. It's time to strengthen privacy protections, ban targeted advertising to children, and demand tech companies stop collecting personal data on our children." However, The bill was criticized by some who question how far the state should interfere in issues of user privacy. Law professor Eric Goldman suggested it could degrade the scope of the Internet for all users and serve as a form of censorship. He wrote, "The bill will dramatically degrade the Internet experience for everyone and will empower a new censorship-focused regulator who has no interest or expertise in balancing complex and competing interests." Really? The great exponents of misinformation and manipulation of the media want to protect under 18-year-olds from the wrong type of media. What the factual type? As to welcoming 2 children, did they knock on the door, invite them and saying, "Hello. I'm Ari and this is me again"? Children must be protected from the lies coming out of Meghan and Harry and their apostles. It's vicious and damaging, definitely not a good example to people aged 2 to 92. The world doesn't need any more Hitlers, Putins, and definitely not Markles. That's basically what they want. If you remember them droning on about controlling the big bad internet and saying it was like being addicted to drugs. She wants all the information on her that's out there to disappear and wants censorship so all the places and people calling her out on her lies can disappear and her kiddies won't be able to find out the truth about mama. Soon Meghan will claim the passing of such a law. You've been busted, Aunt Meghan. You just look out for laws about to be passed, then you talk about it in any nonsense way you could, then claim you had something to do with it. It's plagiarism dressed as the signature mark lies, you know. Don't be too overjoyed about any child protections in California. This is also a state where doctors are now performing double mastectomies on girls as young as 12 and 13 because they have gender dysphoria. Shouldn't such a major, irreversible decision wait until a child is an adult? Oh, I think Manchester will be giving them the welcome they deserve, not the one they want, and thank you so much for the support from stateside. We hear you loud and clear, on these pages every day, many of you more informed about the monarchy than some Brits.